Hello, all members. Recording this video, we are pleased to announce that this is a new platform or a kind of a tool that we are launching for the small retailers, investors, and SIP players. So the only intent of this particular platform or tool is to help the small players to have a right entry. And while we do all kinds of indicators, chart analysis, and so many other different things, the important thing we forget is where big players are. So big players, basically, we are just small players. Big players have a complete vision where they want to take the stock. So we always should not go against with them. We should always have a handshake with them. So that is the purpose of it. And this image that you see is a message to small players that let's follow, let's join hand with the big players, institutions, and let's follow them and let's not fight, because if we fight with them, our money that we lose is their profit. So with that, let's me quickly talk about how do we see or read the information using the EOD scorecard. So let me first take you to the concept, which is about, yeah. So here what we have done, we have, assuming the big players, we have classified into four categories, which is 90, 70, 50 power, and 30 power. So it's basically the big player power, you can say BPP. So what these four different criterias are, it is basically whenever a big players come into any stock, there might be multiple institutions coming in together. There might be few institutions coming at one time and then few coming at other time. Maybe after a couple of days, and maybe some institutions are coming slowly and steadily in, say, in a single day. So it's very difficult to identify that particular kind of entry. At multiple, in various formats, they come into a stock, right? So what we have tried to do is eventually using different data points from the NSE data, we have tried to give a particular score between 90, 70, 50, and 30. Now that does not mean 30 can be underestimated as compared to 90. Even 30 is some kind of a power which the big players have come into a stock. So basically it denotes a kind of a significant entry of a big player. Maybe they have come into small because they don't want to disclose the complete, we can say, the complete, based on that particular day, they don't want to disclose how much they have come into, or maybe multiple institutes coming together into that stock. So the best way to do it is, and easiest way to give a score. So 90, 70, 50, and 30. Now, what we have also done is, after we have assigned a score to that particular day, okay, so we have then compared what is the performance of that particular stock after that day, within the next 6 to 8 days. What happens after that score of 90, after that score of 70? So you can see, there are, in I've taken example of September to, for next last 3 months, including November. While November you just lapsed 11 days, you can clearly see there were 89 such stocks, or 89 such scripts, you can say, or can be one script may have multiple 90 power entries as well, but 89 such rows, which where we had a price rise within 6 to 8 days after the score was detected as 90. And there were 22 of them which did not perform immediately within the 6 to 8 days window, which means if I have to calculate the accuracy, which is still 80%. Now, trying the same analogy in Funda for the 70 power, we see there were different numbers for 70. There were higher numbers in terms of the 70 power, and the accuracy is somewhere higher, in fact, more than 90. As I said, you cannot underestimate the lower power means lower percentage accuracy. No. Then we have 50 power, we have around 79% accuracy, and 30 power around 78% accuracy. Now, you see the numbers are quite high here on the 30 power side, but lower side on the 90 and 70. Now, I will also quickly show how to test this particular situation. So let's take an example for 90 power. So I've already created a sheet for 90 power. So you can see this, we have filtered data for September, October, and November. And I have also filtered for a 7-day change. So any price that changes after the suggested price. So for example, TV today, we had a suggested price on 2nd November at 193, and we have seen this price has changed suddenly. We will be walking you through into detail of how this looks. There are some of the key highlights that I have also highlighted here. Elecon is another one, wherein suggested price was 705 and the price was jumped to 793, right? So we see that there is a 12.5% change from 705 to 793. This is just within 7 days. Now let's see Elecon here. I will just jump to Elecon. So the way to look at it is you just select your stock here. Okay, yeah, great. Now this will completely show you trend of the last 3 months, right? So we are now interested to see Elecon, wherein the score was detected 90. So here we are talking about 21st September. Now let's see where we are on 21st September. I think this particular date, this one, right? So we see 21st September, we have a red bar. This red bar is nothing but indicator that some big players have come in here. So 709, this is 21st September, and we have a BP power of 90. And the spot on this day was the closing day spot was 705. Now from here, we are evaluating because there is a big player entry or presence. The stock has to move at least within this window of 7 to 8 days. Now let's see from here 705, we see 758 on 25th 9. So almost 4 working days, we had a good spike that we saw. And then we see 762 as well. We see 793 as well here, right? Now that is how beautifully this spike has come into the stock after this big player entry. So almost 705 and 790, even if you book at say 733 or 760 odd also, you are still booking very much handsome amount in terms of the lesser days and higher percentage. So this is one such example. Now talking about another example, Mahalo, 11th October, we had a score of 90 at a price of 350 and it jumped to 391. Let's see. I will just go to Mahalo. Okay, great. We see here 90 score coming in a big bar. It was around 350. Let's see the performance. Oh, great. So in almost from 11th October to 16th October, the price gave a nice jump. You see, from 352 odd, 350 odd to 391. Now this is how you can quickly, uh, square it off. You want to continue, you can continue, but in general, we don't suggest. You can quickly book and come out if you're getting higher percentage in lesser days. So that is how you can see the scorecard. And we also have another link where you can select proactively. If you select 90, for example, how many stocks in near future are actually come to 90's power? So you see Petronet is the next one, followed by Redington. So this is the stocks where you can basically invest in the coming days. I hope that session helps you. Thank you.